When you already look like a strawberry, you might as well talk about strawberry fragrance. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha here on my channel. I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, dedicated fragrance note videos, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. Okay, you guys, yes, I'm a strawberry. I want to be strawberry here with this makeup. I filmed a TikTok, Instagram reel using one of those little freckle pens that was sent to me along with a blush, very pretty. And so I did like a strawberry, that whole trend, strawberry makeup look. I've never done the fake freckles before. I actually think it's kind of cute. I'm very surprised. I was always one of those that was like, why do people do that? And now I'm like, I look cute with my freckles. Ridiculous. But I was originally going to film a kind of like beachy fragrance, vacay fragrances video, but I was like, I have to be matchy on theme. I'm already literally a strawberry. I've got to talk about strawberry fragrances. So I picked out 15 from my collection to talk about today. This isn't all of them that I have. Some of these are more spot on strawberry than others. Some are just like strawberry is a player, but not the main player. Some of these are really sweet. Some of them are more photorealistic. And then also some are more expensive and some are much more inexpensive. So we've got an array of these 15. So let's go ahead and get started with our strawberry fragrances. All right, the first one I'm going to talk about here is from a small indie brand, Bold Label. Actually, the bottles have changed since this one. I really prefer this one. I think it's so pretty with the green. Now they're all, I think, the same, like a clear with black, but really love this bottle. This is Medellín, and it is like Medellín, Colombia. I really enjoy this fragrance. This is unisex. It is probably leaning ever so slightly masculine, but I really enjoy it anyway. This is an example of a much more photorealistic strawberry, but it is sort of in the background and you get a lot of ozonic metallic notes in here, some vetiver as well. There is some floral in here, some ylang and frangipani, I believe, but I honestly don't really get that. I get mainly a very kind of tart, tangy ocean spray, little bit of smooth vetiver in the base. I do get some of that mineral quality to it, and then like a strained strawberry juice in this, a very ripe strawberry, but the juice that has been strained into those other notes. So it's fresh. It smells like you are in Colombia on the beach. That's what I think of anyway. I think of a muddled strawberry fresh drink on the beach. Somewhere in the distance, there might be something kind of smoky, like a little fire. I think that the vetiver kind of gives this smooth smokiness in the base to it as well. So it's really beautiful. I think mainly men would probably be drawn to this, but I really love it. And this baby is so strong. Oh my goodness. I mean, like 2 sprays, that is all you need. It projects like crazy. It lasts a long time. If you have, if you're a woman watching and you have kind of a masculine leaning nose and you want something ozonic and strawberry realistic smelling in the background, not sweet, then you might really like this. Or, you know, if you're a guy watching, yes, recommend it. Or if you want to get something for your husband and that sounds appealing, would highly recommend it. But that is Bold Label Medellín. All right, now let's talk about something that is pretty darn feminine and girly. That is Barbie by Define Me, the creative studios Define Me. This is truly a Barbie strawberry shortcake, the actual like little dolls that you played with, the little toys, My Little Ponies, that nostalgic 80s, 90s little girl toy smell. It smells like nostalgic childhood to me. It is very sweet, but I do think that The florals play nicely in here with the fruit. So you have the strawberry, you have some dragon fruit. I think that there's maybe something like pomelo. There's something else. There's a couple of other, I know strawberry for sure, and the dragon fruit. And then you have quite a bit of florals in here, like some gardenia, magnolia, peony, rose. So those really delicate, girly flowers. And then there's like whipped cream or something like that, maybe vanilla in the base. So it truly does smell like those toys. If you remember, if you're too young to remember, well, congratulations. But if you are probably, maybe even the little girl toys smell like it now. I'm trying to think, but my daughters really don't. Maybe some of her stickers that have a scratch and sniff kind of a smell, they may smell something kind of like this. Or if you are around my age, 30s to 40, 42 almost, then you probably know what I'm talking about. It's just a fun nostalgic scent. I feel very girly when I wear it. And I actually smell more in this now than when I first got it. It's a little bit misleading. You think it's just, oh, whatever, it just smells like Barbie, put it to the side. But when you really start to smell this, you can pick out a lot of those soft, delicate florals in here. So that is Barbie by Define Me. All right, next we have another pretty sweet one. This is Strawberry Sugar High by Sphinx. So we have the nice, pretty pink bottle here. This one smells like a couple of different things to me. I get Smarties, the little Smartie candies. It has a little bit of that kind of coated, powdery candy sort of smell. I also get a little bit of the milkiness in here, and it smells kind of like a strawberry flavored cereal in the milk. I do like this. It is very, very sweet. I find it pretty uplifting though. This one does have some florals too. It has honeysuckle, which I really don't pick out a whole lot. Jasmine and rose, of course the strawberry, some milk, I think marshmallow and vanilla. I feel like I'm leaving something out in here that this has, but caramel, it has caramel. So it kind of has this peppiness. I think the strawberry is like a peppy strawberry in here. And then it plays nicely with those smoother elements like the milk and the caramel. So you have to like pretty sweet, but it's fun. It's kind of girly and uplifting. That is Sphinx Strawberry Sugar High. All right, next let's go to a cheapie because I know some people get mad at me if I don't show the really affordable as well. This is Katy Perry's Mad Love. Let's just take a moment for Katy Perry's downfall, shall we? All right, poor Katy Perry. Lots going on in her life. But this you can still get on your discount retailer sites. Like, I think I got mine either from Fragrance X or I don't think I got it off Joma Shop. If I find where I got it, I'll put it in there. But very, very inexpensive. I think the bottle's super cute. Kind of looks like a little potion. This one to me smells so much like those strawberry puff chewy candies, if you know what I'm talking about. I think in my mind, if I'm remembering correctly, they have like a pink lower half and the top is white, but they're kind of puffy. They are sort of like the peach rings, but in a more strawberry puffy sort of a shape. And this one has also some peony. You find a lot of times strawberry with rose and peony. They just kind of go well together. And this one also has some sorbet and coconut, musk, sandalwood. And the sorbet I do really smell that because this doesn't smell milky to me. This doesn't smell ice cream, lactonic. It really has that almost slight tangy but still smoothness that a sorbet would have. And then that coconut's kind of in the background. So I actually think this is really pretty. It reminds me a lot of something that would be an Ariana Grande fragrance, but it's cheaper. Really not bad, honestly. I mean, if you like the smell, if you know what I'm talking about of those strawberry puffy candies, chewy candies, and you will really love Mad Love. All right, this next one is by Dame Perfumery. This is Strawberry Fool. I got a sample of this with my olfactive subscription I get every month, and I just really loved this for how realistic this strawberry smells. It is another one of those kind of, either you strain the juice or you have a dehydrated strawberry that sometimes are in like cereals or little fruit snacks, that not like the kids ones, but the more realistic adult dehydrated like strawberry strips is what I get from this. This also has some Lily of the Valley. I think this one has rose in it. I know there's another floral in here. And then it also has an orange oil that I think gives it even more of a little bit of a tanginess to it. And it also has plum, which I find plum sometimes gives a tangy. But I definitely mostly get the strawberry, like a strawberry extract almost. Not sweet though. This isn't a sweet fragrance. It's just a very in-your-face, amped up, amplified strawberry. I really, really enjoy it. I also find it kind of slightly almost green smelling, but there's no really green notes in there. Like Lily of the Valley, maybe sometimes that floral kind of gives me a real clean, almost green floral. So maybe that's what's giving it that sort of greenness. But I think this is so good. That is Strawberry Full. All right, next up we have Mochi Glow's Strawberry Mochi. And this one is another very, very sweet. But if you like that sort of mochi fragrance, the Asian fusion inspired fragrances, very gourmand smelling, then I think that you'll really like it. I mean, this one is probably the sweetest out of all of them because this is also very lactonic. It's milky. It's a very kind of candied sweet strawberry. You also have, I think, some steamed rice. So it has a ever so slight starchiness, but not really heavy. This isn't a heavy rice fragrance. It's just ever so slightly in the background. I think you also may have like whipped cream or marshmallow or something. So it is like sweet, 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 but it's unique smelling at the same time. I think probably because of that rice note in there. So if you're into that, you might really like Strawberry Mochi by Mochi Glow. Okay, the only real designer one I have in this bunch is Daisy Marc Jacobs, or Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense. Now, I'm not a fan of the original Daisy and some of the flankers. Some of the flankers I like. This one I was so surprised that I loved so much because this is very designer smelling and it is very sweet, but I love this on a date night. A date night in the summertime, not really for the day because it's a little heavy in its sweetness. It would be a little cloying, but there's something so girly and flirty and feminine about this. You have the strawberry, you have some florals, you also have honey in here. The honey is so good. I do plan on doing a honey fragrances video, by the way. This is not the forefront. This isn't like a in-your-face honey. This is in the background, but I think it makes it kind of like rich and smooth, and it also has some moss. So it has like a lot of things balancing each other out. This, you have a little fruit, you have a little floral, you have the honey, you have the benzoin and moss. So it's just kind of delicious and very, very feminine. I really like this one, and it's sort of similar to Burberry Her, but I like it so much more. I think it has more depth and more nuance to it. So that is Oh So Intense, Daisy Oh So Intense. All right, next up I have Rose Era by Sniff. This is a rose fragrance that I recommend often because I think it's so easy to wear. I've been saying forever I'm going to do a dedicated rose fragrance video for you guys too, but I have so many on my list that I just slept. One day I will have a rose fragrance video. But I love this because it is a youthful rose, a dewy rose, not an old-fashioned rose. And it also is so well balanced with some really clean, aldehydic sort of laundry notes, but it doesn't smell directly like soap either. The amberette in here is so good. When amberette is done right, I find it very addictive. So it warms things up. It almost like crystallizes it in a way. This one also has some moss in it as well. And I just find this beautiful. It's, to my nose, it's the most designer smelling of all the sniff fragrances, because some of theirs are fairly niche smelling. This one smells like it could be a designer fragrance, but one that's done beautifully. I think it's so pretty. A clean, youthful rose, feminine. This is one I feel like you can wear year round, actually. So that is Rose Era by Sniff. All right, next up I have Lattafa's Rave Now. I know this one's kind of controversial. I know that some people love it, some people really hate it, some people think it's a spot-on dupe for Burberry Her, some people don't. Okay, I think if you made Burberry Her a little cleaner and a little muskier, then that's what you get with Rave Now. It's not quite as sweet to my nose, and that musk in here is fairly strong. And I think for those that don't like it, I think they're really picking up on that musk. Now, I think that the musk mellows out quite a bit after about 30 minutes. When you first spray this, it almost has a cheap smell to it. And I know that's the musk. Anytime that Middle Eastern fragrances smell kind of cheap in the opening, it usually has a white musk specifically. So once that settles in or dissipates, then I think this is really beautiful. Now, this is red fruits, but it has strawberry in it. I think it's like strawberry, raspberry. I'm not sure what else. Red fruits. I don't know if it's cherry, but I do smell a soft, powdery, sweet, kind of clean strawberry scent. I think if Burberry Her is too much for you, because it is too much for me. To me, this is easier for me to wear once I get past that opening. But I will be the first to admit the opening smells a little bit off. But once it dries down, I think it's really beautiful, feminine. Sort of similar to Yara as well, but I think this one stands on its own a little bit better, whereas Yara is better as a layering fragrance. So that's my thoughts on Now. Rave Now. All right, next up we have Imaginary Author's Cape Heartache. I love this fragrance so much. It may be too woody and realistic mountain sort of smell for some people who are into either really soft, delicate florals or super sweet strawberry. The strawberry in here is also another one that's in the background. To me, this is the piney, fresh, crisp air. This is snow on the ground. Your breath is in front of you, the pine trees around you, and it feels cool and comforting at the same time. As in, it feels like a cold fragrance to me, but it also feels cozy, like I should be in a cabin and have a fire going. I get even the smell of the wood, but very specifically a snowy mountain wood smell from this. And then the strawberry is so subtle. It's very hard to pick out, but I do think that it does add a little something to this fragrance to keep it from being just a straight woody fragrance. It actually has the notes on the back. It's Douglas fir, pine resin, western hemlock, vanilla leaf, strawberry, old growth, and mountain fog. So that strawberry just gives it the slightest mystery in here, but I love this one so much. I think it's so good. It's unisex, maybe leans a little masculine, but on a cold winter day, or I've worn this in the mountains in the snow, and it's like there's nothing more picturesque or better, in my opinion. So that is Cape Heartache by Imaginary Authors. All right, next up we have Gritty's Chantilly. I love Gritty's bottles, and I do just say, you guys, yes, these are expensive if you get them full price, regular price, but discount shops, Max Aroma, Fragrance Net, I believe. Yes, Fragrance Net has Gritty, so does Joma shop. So I don't think I've paid more than $130, which I know is still pricey, but it's right up there with designer in Ulta and Sephora. So, but they're so good. They're so good. So Chantilly is kind of a milky, smooth, feminine ambrosia of fruits. It has strawberry and melon, orange, coconut, and then it has a little bit of musky whipped cream in the base. And I really think of just like a little fruit cocktail mixed in some whipped cream with some powderiness too. So it's very feminine. This is like something that you wear to brunch, to tea, to like a bridal shower. That's the vibe that I get with this. It's addicting on the skin for me. I love it so much. It's kind of understated as well. Strawberry in this is more of like a medley of those other fruits, the orange, coconut, melon, but it's beautiful. I really, really like it. That is Chantilly. All right, now we've got the controversial one here. This is Juliet Has a Gun Miami Shake. This is a very, very poorly reviewed fragrance, and I'm very confused why. Do I think it's the best strawberry fragrance out there? No, I don't. Do I think it's completely on par, in line with the gourmand, sweet, kind of sugary fragrances of the last couple of years? Yes. And I'm like, you guys, this is what so many people have loved and raved about so many other fragrances, and I don't get the hate on this. I really don't. To me, this smells like a strawberry candy. Again, not a lot to it. I don't really get the milkiness of it because it is supposed to be strawberry ice cream, but to me, it's strawberry candy-like, almost fizzy in a way. It smells like there would be freesia in here. It's not listed if there is, so it's a little bit of an effervescent strawberry candy type of fragrance. I'm confused. Just again, not because I think it's amazing, but because these are the type of fragrances people have been raving about the last couple of years. Some people picked out a lot of floral in this. I really don't. If there was a floral, like I said, I would think freesia, because freesia kind of has a strawberry like quality sometimes and like a peppy fizzy quality that I do smell in this. I don't know, you guys. It's expensive for what it is. I'll say that, but I don't think it's bad at all. I don't get the hate. It confuses me. So that is Miami Shake. All right, speaking of strawberry fizz, we have Yara Candy. So literal strawberry fizz note in here instead of regular strawberry. And I love this fragrance. It just makes me really happy. This is one I can pick up anytime. And really, I'm spraying it. I didn't spray everything that I picked up and showed you, but when I see it, I just want to spray it on. It's uplifting. It's happy. I love the tanginess of this that comes from that black currant and the green. There's something green. It's not green apple, but it's something else green, fruity at the top with that strawberry fizz. And then I love the base of this. The vanilla, amber, sandalwood of the base is just so good. That tanginess kind of wears off some, and then you're left with this really warm, inviting amber vanilla that I just think is beautiful. It's just a fun one. This one just makes me happy, and it layers really nicely as well with others. Plays pretty nice with other fragrances. So that is Yara Candy. All right, next we have a Le Monde Gourmand. This is Frez Fu. I used to think this smelled just like the Starbucks pink drink. I think it still smells similar to that, but the other day I sprayed it and I thought, okay, this actually smells like a Runts bag for sure. This does have banana in it. So strawberry, banana. It also has a butter. It has heliotrope that makes it kind of powdery. So you know when you bite into those Runts, there's the pink one that's the heart and then the banana one. And when you bite it, it turns into that powdery candy substance. To me, that is exactly what this smells like. Very, very, very sweet. Would have to be in the mood for it. It has a milkiness a little bit to it too. So it's like a powdery, milky version of the pink and yellow or banana Runts. That's what I get. Pretty simple, very sweet. But if you're in the mood for it, it's a nice fragrance. All right, last up is brand new to my collection. I ordered this not too long ago. This is Lake and Sky's Strawberry Air. This is their hair and body mist. And I do plan on filming a video. I don't know which you'll see first, this one or that one when I film it. I plan on filming a video of my hair and body mist collection because I realize I have quite a bit now. I do really like this one. This is kind of a clean floral strawberry. So I think it has lily of the valley, maybe some sandalwood, amber, and then the strawberry. It's not overly fruity, but not fully floral either. It's a kind of a perfect combo of a sort of clean floral strawberry fragrance, and I think it's really pretty in the hair, especially for this time of year. So that is Strawberry Air. This is Lake and Sky. But that is it, you guys. Those are my 15 strawberry fragrances in my collection while I'm looking like a strawberry here. Let me know your favorite strawberry fragrance in the comments. I thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping, and smelling fabulous. Bye.